Is it possible that Matt Reeves' The Batman could include more superheroes than just Batman? Let's talk about that right now. Hello everybody and welcome back to Joker's Movie Network. I'm your host Joker, and today we've got some pretty interesting news coming out from a couple days ago revolving around Matt Reeves' The Batman and the potential of other superheroes being in it, such as Superman and Wonder Woman. So as we are all well aware, when it comes to the production of The Batman and COVID-19, the production has had a lot of ups and downs while filming, with most notably being the lead actor and Batman himself, Robert Pattinson, testing positive for COVID-19 and production having to stop while everyone self-quarantines. But he recovered well and got out of his quarantine, and filming resumed around September 17th. The Batman is still definitely ways out from wrapping up filming, so it's probably going to be a while before we get any new trailers or any other shots to look at to really sink our teeth into and dissect what this movie's going to be about. However, with that being said, an interesting photo broke out from MovieWeb.com showing us the set of the Batman with some pretty interesting things to look at and some pretty interesting things to take away from this. The photo in question shows a bunch of people offset, one wearing a Superman costume and another wearing a Wonder Woman costume, and of course the internet ran wild with this news. Obviously the first question being, are we going to be seeing Superman and Wonder Woman in this movie? Is this a possibility? Is it not just going to be Batman? That's a very good question. But we look at this, and it just raises way too many questions. For starters, we look at this, and obviously, yes, the Batman himself, his costume may not necessarily be high budget since he's just starting out, and he's in year 2 of his career when this movie takes place. But we look over at the Superman and Wonder Woman costumes, and they legit just look like adult costumes you can buy from like Walmart or somewhere. So it makes everyone wonder what exactly is going on here. Well, I have a couple theories, and so does the rest of the world, so we're going to break those down right now. For starters, there was a small rumor saying that sometimes when they do this, they have stand-in actors that will play a certain role that will be digitally added in later, like the potential of actually adding in Superman or Wonder Woman later with these stand-ins. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's probably not the case here. My favorite rumor that I'm going to try to believe is that when this movie first got brought up and I started talking about it a lot of the rumors that I followed that I personally think are true was that this movie was going to be based loosely off of the comic run The Long Halloween. And if that's the case, these could potentially be actors in the movie that are just citizens that are dressed up as their favorite superheroes for Halloween. Which, I mean, wouldn't necessarily be that far off, but it just leads to a lot of other random questions like, do these superheroes even exist? Or is this going to be like some weird meta thing where Superman is a movie in this universe where Batman is real, and it gets really weird after that. So we're not going to go that route. But it's possible that these are actual just people in Gotham City that are dressed up for Halloween. Maybe there's a Halloween party somewhere, because if you really look into it, there's a lot more that we're not seeing just off of first glance. My first thing I noticed was if you look directly over Wonder Woman's shoulder, you can clearly see some kind of a wing, which makes you think either she's playing a guardian angel Wonder Woman, or it's potential that there's actually Hawkgirl standing behind her, talking to the guy on her right. So that means we're going to be getting Superman, Wonder Woman, and Hawkgirl. Where's the rest of the Justice League? That's really interesting. And if you go farther to the right, well, this one's probably a little harder to identify, but the woman holding the green umbrella definitely kind of looks like Jada Pinkett Smith's version of Fish Mooney that we got in the Gotham TV show, so that's kind of cool. But overall, I'm pretty sure these are actually just Halloween costumes, and that Halloween is going to play a part in that. Mainly because, one, you can see a ghost hanging directly behind this light pole here, and two, if you look down in the bottom right, you can clearly see some pumpkin streamers that are carved out like jack-o'-lanterns, so obviously, maybe from this we can confirm that the Batman is taking place during the Halloween time. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the Long Halloween, because a lot of times Batman takes place during Halloween, most notably being the Arkham Knight video game, which took place on Halloween. Either way, it just leads to a lot of interesting points, like what exactly is this going to do for the movie? Does it taking place during Halloween mean anything? Does that mean it's truly going to take place during the Long Halloween? Obviously, signs are pointing to yes right now, but does that mean, like, is someone going to be like, wow, nice costume, what are you supposed to be? Or something like that. One of those, like, cheesy lines we get before Batman beats down a brute. Probably like the same scene that we got in the first trailer that came out. But again, I truly think that these are just actual costumes that people are wearing in the city of Gotham and have nothing necessarily to do with the main storyline other than the fact that, hey, people are wearing costumes because it's Halloween. So obviously, there's probably a good potential of people seeing Batman and thinking he's just dressed up as Batman for Halloween when in fact it's truly Batman. And I wonder if that means, are we going to get like a play off of The Dark Knight when we had a bunch of people that wanted to be like Batman and they were wearing hockey pads? We saw that. It was fantastic. But ultimately, I think that's all there is to this photo. It may be taking place during Halloween, and that might be the end of it. I don't think that these are stand-ins for actors that are going to be replaced later. I definitely do not think that this is truly a Superman and a Wonder Woman that are going to be in the Batman. I don't think that's it at all. I do think it's kind of cool to knock at this idea because we saw that a lot, like in Spider-Man, how Spider-Man becomes a big popular costume item after he becomes Spider-Man in the Sony universe. I don't think it's any more than the fact that it's just Halloween costumes, and I think that's kind of a cool nod to the superheroes in the universe, so maybe this means that there is a Superman and a Wonder Woman that could potentially come into play later, who we don't really know, but I mean, at least we know that they are in that universe with Robert Pattinson's Batman. But what are your thoughts on this picture? Are people reading into this too much? Am I reading into this too much? Do you think it's actually a part of the long Halloween, or do you think the movie just simply takes place during Halloween? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to talk about it. But until we get any more news revolving around Matt Reeves' The Batman, whether it be more stalls in production or more set leak photos, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Remember, if you like what you saw, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more movie news videos or if you'd like to see anything else. But until then, and as always, I will see you guys next time.